New York City's architectural narrative begins with the Dutch. The story of this bustling metropolis is deeply intertwined with the early Dutch settlers who arrived in the 17th century. Their settlements, known as New Amsterdam, laid the groundwork for the city's future growth. These early settlers brought with them not only their culture and traditions, but also their architectural styles, which would leave a lasting imprint on the city. Dutch colonial architecture, characterized by its gambrel roofs, dormer windows, and use of brick and stone, was prevalent in this era. These architectural elements were not just aesthetic choices, but practical solutions suited to the local climate and available materials. These buildings, often modest in scale, reflected the practical needs of a burgeoning colony. The interiors of these homes were designed to be functional, with multi-purpose rooms and efficient use of space, catering to the daily lives of the settlers. One notable example, though no longer standing, was the Stadhuis, New Amsterdam's first city hall. This building was a central hub for the community, serving as a place for civic administration and public gatherings. Located on Pearl Street, it served as the center of civic life. Pearl Street itself was a bustling thoroughfare, lined with shops and homes, and played a crucial role in the daily activities of the settlers. Another example is the Wyckoff House in Brooklyn, dating back to 1652. This house is one of the oldest surviving examples of Dutch colonial architecture in the United States. This National Historic Landmark provides a glimpse into the lives of early Dutch settlers. The house has been preserved to showcase the lifestyle, tools, and artifacts of the period, offering a tangible connection to the past. While few examples of Dutch colonial architecture remain today, their influence can be seen in the city's street grid and the enduring spirit of practicality in its architecture. The grid system, introduced by the Dutch, facilitated organized growth and efficient navigation, principles that continue to shape the city's development. The legacy of the Dutch extends beyond specific buildings. Their emphasis on trade and commerce laid the foundation for New York's emergence as a global economic powerhouse. Their emphasis on trade and commerce shaped the city's development. The Dutch established extensive trade networks, connecting New Amsterdam with Europe, the Caribbean, and other parts of North America, fostering a culture of commerce that persists to this day. The Dutch established a grid system of streets and canals, a pattern that influenced the city's expansion for centuries to come. This early urban planning was instrumental in the city's ability to grow and adapt over time. This early urban planning, though pragmatic in its origins, laid the foundation for a dynamic and ever-evolving metropolis. The foresight of the Dutch settlers in organizing the city's layout has allowed New York to become the vibrant, diverse, and resilient city it is today. The Dutch colonial period, though brief, left an indelible mark on New York City's architectural identity. The influence of Dutch design principles can still be seen in some of the city's most iconic landmarks, blending history with modernity in a unique urban tapestry.
After the American Revolution, a new architectural style emerged, reflecting the nation's newfound independence. Federal and Georgian styles, inspired by classical Greek and Roman architecture, became popular in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. These styles, characterized by symmetry, balance, and restrained ornamentation, were seen as symbols of democracy and enlightenment. Federal-style buildings often featured flat roofs, arched windows, and decorative elements like swags and garlands. Examples include Hamilton Grange, Alexander Hamilton's home in Harlem, and Fraunces Tavern in Lower Manhattan, a meeting place for revolutionaries. Georgian architecture, known for its simplicity and elegance, emphasized balance and proportion. Notable examples include St. Paul's Chapel, a Trinity Church masterpiece, and the Morris Jumel Mansion, Manhattan's oldest surviving house. These structures, with their classical influences, projected an air of stability and order in the newly formed republic. They served as symbols of American aspirations and the ideals upon which the nation was founded. The Federal and Georgian periods marked a significant shift in New York City's architectural landscape. They reflected a move away from the utilitarian structures of the colonial era toward a more refined and aspirational aesthetic. These buildings, with their classical proportions and elegant details, helped shape the city's image as a center of culture and sophistication.
The late 19th century witnessed an era of unprecedented wealth and ambition in New York City. This period, often referred to as the Gilded Age, was characterized by rapid economic growth, technological advancements, and a burgeoning population. The city became a magnet for those seeking fortune and a better life, leading to a dynamic and ever-changing urban landscape. The Gilded Age, as it came to be known, saw the rise of industrial titans and a surge in immigration, transforming the city's social and architectural fabric. Factories and businesses flourished, and the influx of immigrants brought diverse cultures and traditions, enriching the city's cultural tapestry. This era was a melting pot of ideas, innovation, and ambition. This period was marked by the opulence of the Beaux-Arts style, inspired by the grand palaces and public buildings of Europe. Architects and designers sought to emulate the grandeur and elegance of European architecture, incorporating classical elements and intricate details into their designs. The Beaux-Arts style became a symbol of sophistication and cultural refinement. Characterized by its elaborate ornamentation, monumental scale, and use of luxurious materials, Beaux-Arts architecture became synonymous with wealth and power. Buildings were adorned with intricate carvings, grand columns, and lavish decorations, creating a sense of awe and admiration. The use of marble, gold leaf, and other opulent materials further emphasized the grandeur of these structures. Iconic structures like Grand Central Terminal, with its soaring arches and celestial ceiling, stand as testaments to the architectural ambition of the era. The terminal's design not only served a functional purpose, but also aimed to inspire and uplift those who passed through its halls. It became a symbol of progress and modernity, and the New York Public Library's majestic Schwartzman Building, with its grand staircases and ornate reading rooms, exemplify this style. The library was designed to be a temple of knowledge, a place where the public could access the world's literary treasures. Its architectural splendor reflected the city's commitment to education and culture. Carnegie Hall, a testament to the city's cultural aspirations, was built to be a premier venue for music and the arts. Its acoustically perfect design and elegant interiors made it a world-renowned concert hall, attracting performers and audiences from around the globe. It symbolized New York's emergence as a cultural capital, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art, with its encyclopedic collection housed within a Beaux-Arts masterpiece, further illustrate the grandeur of the era. The museum's vast collection of art and artifacts from around the world showcased the city's cultural diversity and intellectual curiosity. It became a beacon of artistic achievement and cultural exchange. These buildings, with their imposing facades and lavish interiors, were intended to inspire awe and project an image of American prosperity. They were designed to be more than just functional spaces. They were statements of power, wealth, and ambition. The attention to detail and craftsmanship in these structures reflected the pride and confidence of a nation on the rise. The Gilded Age left an indelible mark on New York City's skyline and cultural identity. The architectural legacy of this period can still be seen today, with many of these grand buildings standing as reminders of a bygone era. They serve as a testament to the city's resilience and its ability to reinvent itself while preserving its rich history. It was a period of architectural extravagance, reflecting the ambitions of a nation coming into its own on the world stage. The buildings of the Gilded Age were not just structures, they were symbols of a new American identity, one that was confident, ambitious, and ready to take its place among the great nations of the world. The Beaux-Arts buildings of this era, though often criticized for their ostentation, remain powerful symbols of American ingenuity and ambition. They remind us of a time when the city was a beacon of hope and opportunity, a place where dreams could be realized, and where the sky was the limit. These architectural marvels continue to inspire and captivate, standing as enduring monuments to the spirit of the Gilded Age.
The turn of the 20th century marked a turning point in New York City's architectural evolution. The city, already a bustling hub of commerce and culture, was on the brink of a transformation that would redefine its skyline and its identity. The invention of the elevator and the development of steel frame construction allowed buildings to soar to unprecedented heights. These technological advancements were not just engineering marvels, they were the catalysts for a new era of architectural possibilities. Skyscrapers, once unimaginable, began to define the city's skyline, forever altering its urban landscape. These towering structures became symbols of progress, ambition, and the relentless drive of a city that never sleeps. The Woolworth Building, completed in 1913, stood as an early example of this new architectural ambition. Dubbed the Cathedral of Commerce, it was a testament to the era's spirit of innovation and the limitless potential of modern engineering. Its neo-Gothic details and soaring height, reaching 792 feet, captured the spirit of progress and innovation that defined the era. The building's intricate design and imposing presence made it an icon of the New York City skyline. As skyscrapers proliferated, a new architectural style emerged to complement their verticality, Art Deco. This style was not just about aesthetics, it was a reflection of the cultural and social changes sweeping through the city and the world. This style, characterized by geometric patterns, stylized motifs, and luxurious materials, celebrated the machine age and the glamour of the roaring 20s. Art Deco was a bold statement of modernity, blending artistic expression with industrial prowess. The Chrysler Building, with its iconic spire and intricate detailing, and the Empire State Building, a symbol of American resilience and ambition, epitomize Art Deco's elegance and grandeur. These buildings were not just structures, they were works of art that captured the imagination of the world. Radio City Music Hall, with its sweeping curves and opulent interiors, and Rockefeller Center, a complex of Art Deco masterpieces, further illustrate the style's pervasive influence. These landmarks became cultural touchstones, embodying the spirit of an era defined by innovation and creativity. The rise of skyscrapers and the emergence of Art Deco marked a pivotal moment in New York City's architectural history. This period was a confluence of technological advancement, artistic innovation, and cultural transformation. The city's skyline, once dominated by church steeples, was now defined by the soaring towers of commerce and industry. This shift symbolized the changing priorities and aspirations of a city on the rise. These buildings, symbols of technological advancement and artistic innovation, reflected the city's emergence as a global metropolis. They stood as monuments to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of progress, shaping the identity of New York City for generations to come.